Ooh. Here we are. Microphone's going. Stream is live. Boom and boom. Multiple sites, multiple scenarios. Worldwide, as they say. Oh, yes. Join us, folks. Come on in. It's a beautiful day. Sometimes when I'm scrolling on Facebook, which I try not to do too much, but it happens, this feed pops up, and I see these first few moments where right now we only have 1 or 2 viewers joining in, but within a few minutes we're going to have upwards of, usually for these or in the middle of the day, we get 40, maybe max people watching live on our 2 different streaming services. So let us know. Join on in. Linda Brodka's in the house. Let us know where you're watching from, folks, and let us know if you are an Annealer addict, an AA, folks, because this is the Annealer reveal. We got some green, a lot of green going on here. Pretty cool custom order I want to talk about, and then we had 3 awesome shows from Tuesday's Sweaty Show, as they call it. It was number 168, and it was a heck of a show, as usual. I'm going to throw this little glass sprinkle right at the camera. Let's see if I can do it. That was pretty close. It's a pretty expensive camera, too. But let's see what we got going on here. We got Linda. We got Carlin's in the house. What's happening? Mary Lou, Dana, Sandra from Florida. Very cool. Norman. What's happening? We got a beautiful custom order here for Norman. Pammy's in the house. Mary Lou again. Making some scalloped ham and potatoes. I will say I'm super hungry right now, like really, really hungry. We just had an incredible meeting in the front office. As many of you know, Marissa, who is our new gallery manager, and I, who I am technically the hot shop manager, we went on a weekend. It was actually a Monday and Tuesday trip to Grand Rapids for a retail summit convention, basically about running businesses, and we learned more information than our brains could hold. It's all written down, and we just had about an hour-and-a-half meeting with Michelle about plans for the website, plans for the gallery, Batch Gallery, plans for the hot shop, what we're doing, what our goal is as a business, and who we are, and my brain's going to explode, but I'm going to need some food first is the point of all that. So what's happening? Cindy, Kathleen, it's definitely cooler today. Kathleen, I'm not sure if you're a Michigander or not, but maybe you looked at the weather. It's cooler here in Michigan. Everywhere else, folks, how's it doing? Let's see. Pammy bringing in with the Celsius. We know where she's from. 1 degree Celsius, negative 1 degree Celsius. So that is a little chilly. If you had to do the math, I think it's the formula is like 3 squared divided by 4.25 plus 5 gets you the actual Fahrenheit. And so if you guys do that math, we'll figure out what Fahrenheit is. That was a joke. Okay, so what's happening, Cindy? Pat, what's happening? Very good. Everyone's here for the Annealer reveal live on a Thursday. Let's get after it and see what we got going on. As you know, we had a spotted slug, specialty slug, featured product. So that was the first ever line. It's going to be up for 1 week, and it's just another specialty slug we've done. We've probably done upwards of 8 now at this point. People have their slug families. This is something that's going to last for 1 week. Once they're sold out completely, there's a few of them left. They're going to be in the past and available for custom orders. So if you're interested in that, they're still on the website. Take a look at them. We made a jumbo one. We made a striped one. We made, and I'll show it off right off the bat, this custom order for Norman. Now, Norman's been following us for a while. He's here on YouTube watching Right Meow. And he said he wanted a gnome, and he said he wanted a snail combo. And he wanted it on a grassy knoll, a grassy shire, were actually the words that we were talking about. And he gave the artist choice colors up to us. It's a very fun order. We get a lot of custom orders like this, whether they're on the show or not, where people have been watching us. They respect our artistic integrity. And not that the other people don't, but Norman really just let us have one here and saying that he knew what he wanted product-wise, and he wanted us to make the color scheme happen. And so that's what we did here. It's a beautiful piece. It took all 3 of us, Chris, Michelle, and myself, and it turned out great. The one thing I will say is notice the grassy shire. I love the fact that it's got 2 greens in it, and the way that it swirled up and came out when Chris dropped that onto the table is really, really pretty. So let's take a look at it up close here. I haven't quite put the felt pads onto the bottom of this Shire yet, but look at that darn beard. Look at his schnoz. Look at the slime of the snail. That is blue chrome slime, folks, with our most popular, most selling white and electric blue spotted snail shell. It's just insane. And look at that Shire green swirled up, super tasty down in here. And the beard's just incredible. The boots are super strong. He's got a white swirl on his hat, and then that electric blue matches his backside and the snail. And it just really came out good. And you know a product comes out good, too, when the process is smooth. We made both of those pieces separate. We put them together on, and everything just went smooth. There was like, we had to hustle. The timing was very important. But it wasn't a chaotic hustle. We weren't dropping things. We weren't figuring it out on the fly. It just came together perfectly. Chris tapped this guy on here. I torched the back, got away as much of the sharpness as I could. We stuck this guy onto a paddle, carried him away with plenty of time, and they made it into the annealer. So that just looks really, really, really good. And Norman says, awesome job. Thanks, Norman. Shouts out for an amazing custom order. It's a pretty darn cool one. I'm going to get those felt pads on the bottom for you, and that's one for the record books. That is the first collaboration of two creatures that we have custom order since the snails have been introduced to the Glass Academy and Batch Gallery. So just pretty darn sweet. I'm going to put them up here like this. Really clean. Very nice. Beautiful piece. Awesome custom order. And that's what we love to see. If you guys are watching after the fact, too, you can also comment on the show then. We love seeing them live, and now is a beautiful time that during the show, especially last show, it was really hard for me during that piece to notice the comments, see what was going on, and answer questions if we had them. So now's a great time if you guys have questions to let us know. Ask the questions. If you want to see some close-ups or anything about the business, you can shoot them at me, and I'll give you what I got. What's happening, Jim? Nice to see you. Thank you, Pammy. Very good. Nice to hear you or read you, Jim. Anywho, then we went on to, we wanted to do a spotted snail. This one is a subtle spotted snail. It's the same two colors that are in the base here. It's got an opaque green along the whole thing. This is a jumbo. This is a monster snail. There's papas and there's daddy snails, and they happen to be the snails, or the slugs, I'm sorry, that create other slugs. So that's what this one is. I'll show you up close the spots. He turned out really, really nice. And the more we make of these, the easier they get, as I was talking about on the show. But to make a jumbo one like this, they did not used to come out. The eyes would not come out that clean on jumbos. We've got actually the first few jumbos that we've ever made in the front office. And you can see those nice rings look pretty darn good. And just always progressing. Look at that tail. Looking super good. And the beauty of this guy is that, just like all of them, they got a little bit of wobble to them. They got some life. They're just hanging out. They're sliming along. And we're loving the slimy creatures around here. That's all I could say. The giveaway, and I have signed these ones already. That's show number 168 on the bottom. It's crazy that we're actually at show 168. It's pretty ridiculous. Time's flying. But this one was a striped one. This one was for the giveaway. This one's super cool because I don't think we've ever done a striped one like this. But the way it went on was just amazing. Look at the way this stripe carries all the way up into his eye. He's got a gorgeous little tail, too. These little racing stripes. That one comes up into his eye. A little gap there because I didn't preheat those stripes. But it still turned out amazing. And that yellow actually turned kind of green. It almost got encased by the green. So it's kind of like a deeper green stripe with two white stripes kind of lining it up. And look at the way it comes down to the tail and just swirls off. Really tasty, folks. And you're going to have to just excuse my hands here because before we came in today, I went to Lowe's and we got We got some more rebar. The rebar is selling like crazy for our color splashes. So Matt's actually back here right now chopping, grinding, and painting all these brand new pieces of rebar for your garden. If you wanted to put some color accents of these beautiful splashes we have in the gallery, those are made available. They're on the website as well. And then he's also making more copper tubes because we're selling splashes like crazy and people are loving them. I'm loving them. I got a few in my garden. It's super cool. Little bit of a tangent there, but that's why my hands are so dirty. It was some rusty rebar, so I was just hauling it around and doing that kind of thing. Let's see here. Any questions? Nope. It's just outstanding, says Kathleen. We got loving the color on the jumbo. Racing stripes, very good. The GT slug, that's hilarious. What's happening, John? Could you take a star of frit and roll it on the back of a slug? Maybe use a cookie cutter for initial shape. That's an interesting question. If we cut off a little bit of glass and used a cookie cutter and squished it on there and cut the glass so that we had a little star piece. That's a very interesting question. I'd have to think about that one. That would have to be a custom star stamp made with a hollow inside, and we'd have to hit it real hard and fast, and then you'd have to pull off the sides and then pull out. Maybe you wouldn't have to. Maybe if it didn't cut all the way, it'd have a little rim, but you could take the whole little cookie like that, put it in the box, and then when it comes out in the morning, just tap the little star out in the middle. It's a very interesting idea. We've also done star marini by pulling a long thing of star like this, just like we do candy canes, swirling them, or like we do the canes that we actually put onto the back here, pulling the glass super long and thin and then chopping it down, and it has that star texture in it. We actually have a really cool, super difficult to use star mold right here. This guy's pretty cool. Look at that. Put the Glass Academy right in the back of it. Boom. That's a pretty beautiful shot, though. Yeah. But there we are, Glass Academy's mold. These molds are not cheap, folks, so I definitely write my name all over them. But the star mold, this one's tough because by the time you get the glass hot enough to get in there, to get it to squish out to fill in those ribs, and have it skinny enough and then hot enough that it'll push out is really difficult. But that does make a really nice star marini. So there are a few options for that for sure. It's something we'll have to think about and plan out into the future. Stripes going on the tail is pretty sweet. Looking good. Maybe we're going to have to do a stripe slug featured product too, folks. You never know. We got Carrie. What's happening, Carrie? Long time no talk. Kathleen. Experimental show challenge. Perhaps. Maybe Star is going to be one of the names. We got a good experimental show coming up this Sunday, folks. Let me tell you that. Marianne hopping in. Very good. The last thing that I wanted to show off, we got our two snails right here. They'd make a nice combo for whoever wins the giveaway. I'm not sure if this one's sold or not. I'm thinking that it might not have because I don't have the order sheet in my hand, but you can check on the website on the Gathering Point page. The other thing I wanted to show off was this custom set of shot glasses that we sold this weekend. An amazing customer of ours came into the studio. She has a daughter-in-law who is having their 30th anniversary, and she wanted their huge Dodge car lovers, and they've got the bright green Dodge Charger, I believe it was, and she wanted to replicate that green on a couple of shot glasses for their 30th wedding anniversary. And take a look at this. She said, I want these stripes to go up and not be perfectly straight on top. They can finesse up to the top. They could trail off down here a little bit, but it's that exact same Dodge Green Charger color. And on the bottom, it's going to be hard to see here. Let's see. 30 years of love, baby. Come on. Hand wrote that on the bottom with some cursive. And then this is actually, let's see how this one looks, because this one's got a little more variation, too, in that color, which I think she's going to love. She was very insistent on that. Looks like almost like a claw, like a monster claw on the back, monster drink. Down here is looking great as well. And then look down in there. Let's see how that looks. Spiral goes right into the bottom. Beautiful set. We love the custom orders, folks. And to get these for somebody, they're going to be sitting there at their anniversary. They're going to be like, oh, what's this cool gift? So excited. We're having a great time. They're going to bust these open and it's going to get wild from there. They're going to have a great time. So that's super cool. Big shouts out. Just wanted to show that one off, show you what we're working on behind the scenes a little bit. We have some serious, I haven't pulled it out of the annealer, but perhaps next week I'll show you guys. Made a decanter and 4 wine glass set, and then we've got a decanter and 2 rocks tumbler set coming up. We're going to do either tomorrow or early next week as well. So if you guys are following, we try and get as many pictures as we can out, and if these are done at the right time and I could show them to you guys, I will. Hopefully next week it'll be the same deal. But decanters are always a challenge. They're a challenge, and we price them accordingly, and this guy is excited. Both of them are excited about it, but making bigger scale work is fun. We did it with 3 glass blowers yesterday, made this decanter. It's a big boy. It's completely designed and one of a kind. This thing is based off like car parts he wanted it to be. So it's going to be really, really cool, and I'm super excited for him to get it. Super excited for everything, folks. And let's take one last look at the comments here. England, D is perhaps how it's pronounced. What is happening? Joyce, kind of radicello-y. Nice word choice there. And Mindy coming in with a Breath of Michigan update. I love it. I'll give you a little behind the scenes on Breath of Michigan right now. We came into the studio. Chris came in at around like 9 a.m. this morning. He's been working from 9 to noon today. I came in at noon, 11:30, to try and figure out why the recycle furnace turned off last night. We don't know why. It's not both furnaces. We can't get it back on. It's down to 900 degrees, and that's really cold. So we're really hoping we can get it figured out soon. Any lower than that, I'm already honestly a little bit nervous that the pot might crack. So you guys got to keep your fingers crossed for us right now. If that pot cracks, this whole project is based on recycled glass. So we're going to be in a serious predicament if that furnace goes out, and we don't know why it happened. We've got a mechanic, a friend of my dad's that works on furnaces, coming in today. He's driving from Ann Arbor, about 45 minutes away, to take a look at it, and we're really hoping for the best. So send us some love on that. Breath of Michigan, though, other than that, classes are filling pretty darn fast. Once we get the furnace up and running, we're actually opening up some other slots because we've got some of those nonprofits and a couple other businesses that want to put together groups of 15 or so people at a time. So we're gonna pack our schedules, you guys. We're gonna work really hard. We're gonna be packing our schedules for this next month. We want to have this be an incredible event, and it already is turning out to be. The people that are, the amount of people that are talking about this and getting excited and spreading the word on social media is so cool. So again, if you guys can make it down here at the end of July, I believe it's the 30th, it's a Sunday, you can see the judge count out all the spheres we've made. We'll have our 10 nonprofits and organizations set up in here. We're working on getting someone to bring some beer and wine as well, and it's going to be a really good time. So just stay tuned on that, folks. We got a page. Thank you, Sam. Just posted that up there, and you guys can read about it there as well. Thank you guys for all those finger crosses, and just keep it on your brain, folks. We'll keep you updated as we can, but definitely send us some good energy. We need it. We want it, and we're going to keep it going. So thank you guys very much. That's the Annealer reveal. We're going to see you on Sunday. We got big plans for the experimental show. I think the words that won were psychedelic expression. Nailed it. So that's going to be crazy. I'm going to be working with some color, folks. All right. Over and out. Have a great, beautiful week, and we'll see you guys on Sunday.